All right, sorry. All right, silent introduction. All right. I just got out of the shower and I'm in a bit of a hurry. Paul's actually about to pick me up and we're actually gonna go to Micro Center to film a pre-roll. I got like a little bit of time to do this. So in one of Probing Paul's episodes, a lot of people asked about our relationship with me and Paul, right? Like how we work together and stuff like that. And he kind of made the joke that I'm usually always giving him shit to get certain things done, right? And one thing he brought up was basically how that day I was giving him crap about the mic, you know, about how I want him to use a different mic or something like that, right? All jokes aside, basically the thing that I'm trying to bring up to him and something I want to bring up to you is a situation that does happen or can happen when you start using like different like audio sources, right? He uses an external lavalier mic to record his audio, right? What I'm suggesting, or I was trying to encourage him to do, was to switch over to recording the audio directly into the camera. That way the audio is already recorded directly into like the footage, right? So it saves me a little bit of time for me to sync the audio in post-production, you know, when I'm editing, right? I guess I wanted to make a video why I was suggesting that, right? And if you're gonna go into making your own videos or work with someone, then maybe this can give you an idea why it would be a good idea to start recording the audio into the camera, right? If you have that option, right? All right, so here's a quick project file. I actually saved this from a previous project from one of Paul's videos. So I'm just gonna right-click this guy and make a new sequence from clip. What we usually do is he has the main camera, right, which is this. He also does a screen cap. He does a screen cap. I'm gonna drop that in here. Select both of these, right click, and then I'm gonna select synchronize. Audio, we should go to mixdown. I hit OK, give it a while, drink more coffee. And I see Paul just texted me that he's on the way. I gotta finish this fucking video. Hey, let me get this shit done quick. So what I do is I trim the ends, right, a little bit just to make sure everything's even. You know, trim that shit. Now, for the most part, we don't use the audio from the screen capture. If I zoom in here really quick, see, there's a bit of a slight drift, as you can see here, right? It's not in sync, right? And when you go further down the video file, it gets worse. See how this footage here is not synced up? You can tell right there. So if I play this back,
buildings made of circuits and roads paved with code as the world falls under its
so you can tell there's a bit of an echo going on, right? That's because the audio is out of sync. But like I said, for the most part, we don't use the audio from the screen capture because we have the lavalier mic, right? So in this case, what I do is I just change the color to make a difference. So the purple here, that's the screen capture, right? So what I usually end up doing is I just delete the audio from the screen capture. And these two, the blue clips, this is from the main camera, right? So that's the main audio that I want to sync up with the lavalier mic. I want to make sure that the footage, the main footage, syncs up with the lavalier mic, right? So I'm going to drop in my lavalier audio, from his microphone that he has here. I'm going to sync this up the same way. I'll select both of these, right click, synchronize, and again, audio, synchronize point, which is audio, and mix down, hit OK. Got to do this quick before Paul shows up. And again, I just like to trim the ends just to make sure it's all nice and even and stuff. Now here's a situation that happens. The reason why I want Paul to maybe get a wireless mic and he can connect that into his camera, so the audio gets recorded directly into the footage, right? Well, one, it saves me time, so what I have to do with this shit, what I just showed you, right? I don't have to worry about syncing audio, right? Another situation that we have is this. If I play this back,
no one wants to buy overpriced motherboards either. We've got about 1 month of winter.
All right, if you hear that chorus echoey sound almost, it's basically because it's not fully in sync. If I zoom in close, see to these points, you can see how these three claps, obviously we do that to help synchronize the audio, but as you can see, it's still not fully synced, right? So basically I have to manually click this guy and move this to synchronize, right? That way we can avoid getting that chorus effect. It works, but then what happens is after a while, the longer the video clip is and the audio clip, there's always a drift.
Caucus made by the regular non-tech news. This week,
okay, it sounds good there, right? But we go more towards say the center of the clip.
The legendary Civilization franchise, according to Heather Hazen, who will be the new studio head.
Yeah, you hear that? How there's a chorus again? Because yeah, the footage starts to get out of sync, right? The further down, the longer the clip is, right? Which is not that big of a deal. I can still manually move this, right? I can just click on this and then I can just move this a little bit up just to sync this up to make sure it's okay. If I zoom out and play this back.
Since Civ 6 launched all the way back in 2016, meaning that most people who started a game or a campaign back.
Okay, so that sounds a lot better, right? Now, another issue that we've been having with Paul's lavalier mic, even though he just recently changed to a new mic, is this. This might get a little loud, so just a warning. Yeah, for some reason that happens with his lavalier mic. Like you said, he recently got a new Tascam lavalier microphone. He switched the mic and also the new like recorder part itself. You know, everything is new, but that happens still. I don't know why. I mean, this case is not that big of a deal because, you know, obviously I could just like delete this. You know, so thankfully it didn't happen while Paul was speaking. But sometimes this does happen when, you know, Paul is speaking and I have no choice but to cut out that section, right? So it messed up like the audio. Now, again, I don't know why that happens. I really don't. But I mean, this is a situation that happens when like we are recording with an external mic and then I had to sync it up inside of Premiere Pro or DaVinci. Now, it's not that big of a deal. Like I said, I'm able to like fix it and like manually sync up everything. But yeah, but it's part of the reason why I was trying to like, you know, bring this up to Paul's attention, and I'm bringing this to your attention is because, you know, when you start to like get into the rhythm of making a lot of videos, doing this, it doesn't take necessarily that long of a time, but once you start getting busier, you know, the fucking, I don't know, 15 minutes or whatever situation you can deal with, you know, it could be a waste of time. And, you know, I'm at a point where it's like, okay, I just want to get the footage and start editing, right? If by us like recording the audio into like the footage itself, then I can skip that part of me like, you know, syncing what and dealing with this shit, what I just showed you, right? You know, getting like a little bit of an audio drift, like the audio getting a little bit corrupted or whatever. For the most part, like when I do my videos, when I've been like recording, I've been like actually getting mics that connect directly into like the audio jack on my phone, right? Yeah, to just avoid this situation. I could get like an external mic and record that way, but I don't want to deal with that crap. I just rather get the audio recorded into like the mic into my footage and I'm good to go, right? So anyways, so I have to say, I gotta finish getting ready because Paul's on the way to pick me up. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with me for a bit. Really appreciate it. Take care and peace.